That's a really funny, actually. Start. Alright, the English version and Japanese version don't actually have any differences inside of the character you unlock at the very start. And English, it's you only have Cornell, and in Japanese you have Cornell and Henry at the start. So, unlike Cornell percent, you start the game when you get control, and after the text boxes are done. That's where you start the tower. Like, this is no Twilight Princess drama here. That's horrible. Yeah, for the longest time, until Icarus explained it to me, I thought you had to back run to get up to those ledges, but no, you just gotta jump, and it'll automatically grab you to the ledge. Alright, that was a pretty bad door, but ideally you can jump and shoot it before you actually reach the door. It saves a couple seconds, depending on how good you are. This is Bone Mom. Bone Mom is a bitch because the game's lock on. It's really stupid. Oh, power up, sweet. Yeah, normally it takes 6 shots for each cycle of Bone Mom. There's actually Ape Skeleton is called Bone Mom because I think it's funny. Yeah, anyway, Bone Mom, 6 shots usually, but I got a power up, which is like a 1 in 20 or so drop. It's not that common. So it decreases the total cycle number. And you know, I like going fast in this game, but there's a reason why I don't care that much about going fast. It's not just because I'm scrubby. Like, Icarus got, like, super flustered all the time when he didn't get power-ups. This was even before we thought about the moon card. This is Tiger Bro. Tiger Bro is an ass. Because, like, you'll start to jump backwards and he'll grab you anyway. And the platform doesn't spawn until he's dead. And so you gotta pretty much jump at the end of his roar to get onto the platform in time. And if you're wondering why I'm jumping everywhere, it's because walking in this game is quite slow, but jumping everywhere is really quick. The same thing that happens in Castlevania 64. This game is pretty much Castlevania 64, but not as ass. Camera's a bit better. I feel like they added more stuff. Yeah. Anyway, the main objective of this game is to rescue 6 kids. Alright, these 6 kids, they're pretty much just scattered throughout the level. And in 6 total areas. So you gotta, track them down before 7 days are over. But however, that's an incredibly lax amount of time because in-game time doesn't move that quick. Yeah, so the game ends when you collect 6 kids. However, there are also options of, like, you're a dumbass and you can't find the other kids. So, what you do then? The game just ends. You can't find any kids, the game ends at the end of 7 days. If you can't find all of them, it ends. But if you find all 6, the game ends immediately. So that's obviously the fastest way to play the game. Alright, Bone Mom's Phase 2 is actually a lot more fun because there's this option to do what I call, like, stare down. Because Bone Mom will jump, and when she jumps and lands, she'll start a giant electricity attack. And, it's got a huge lag input frames. That's some technical buzzword terms. She'll start doing that, and it'll damage you. It's an area effect attack, so you gotta jump. However, if you stare her down, if you have enough power-ups, you can just shoot her while she's in the air and burn them. And she'll stop her attack and move on to her next phase. So that saves time. Like, the ideal Bone Mom fight end is something like 4:30, like, to get to the next area. There's a little bit of lag here, because, like, the game, I don't know. So this is pretty much just, like, slide around and stomp time. Alright, this is Tower. Tower is not a fun level. At least not for me. I think Icarus likes it, but... Fuck. Alright, the reason why I'm not happy right now is that the tower has guillotines. The guillotines operate on fixed cycle as soon as you enter the tower. The other part of the cycle is that these platforms will show up their spikes. That was a very risky jump. They'll show their spikes. And you gotta get there before, you know, the spikes are up, otherwise, you know, you'll get hit by the spikes, and the platform has a good chance of turning over and killing you. Yeah, second kid, not that hard, but I dislike Tower because it's easy to lose a bit of time there. But these are the Franker-Z's. However, these are not nice Franker-Z's because they try to blend together Franker-Z and that dog that wears headphones together. So it's my job as the Twitch Guardian to kill them. So, you know, they don't take that much damage, but those two guys, they don't really matter, because you can kill them at any time. And then, like, it doesn't matter when you kill them, the third dog spawns at a fixed time after you spawn the first two guys. However, as soon as you kill the third guy, this area opens. And then, night gets dark for some reason, and then a three-headed Franker-Z comes out. I don't even know what they did to that Franker-Z. Poor doggy, let's, you know, move on, though. Alright, these are Sun and Moon cards. These are absolutely essential to the run. Because how they work is they change the time to 6 PM or 6 AM, depending on how you use them. Or depending on which one you use. Alright, we're in the gardens now. Technically this area is called the Villa, but I'm more used to this as a giant maze from Castlevania 60, which was the game I played first. Yeah, so, you know, nothing really that crazy going on here. Zombies and motorcycles. Yeah, so Dracula is dead now. Then again, that never really stops Dracula in Castlevania. But, yeah, he's dead. So, all the ghosts and goblins and ghouls and skeletons are just chilling in Dracula's keep, but they don't have anywhere to go, so, you know, I'm not really sure why I'm here except for the kids. Apparently the kids were kidnapped, but I don't understand why they would be kidnapped. Then again, I have not paid a lick of attention to the game's plot. Yeah, this maze can be pretty confusing if you don't know the route, but I do because I speedrun this. So, yeah. The idea is that you want to get to an area that you had a boss fight in as Carrie or Vincent. This is an area where, like, we had Crab Lady and that one vampire. Alright, so you jump into the coffin, and you're in the sewers. It doesn't make much sense, but this game doesn't make much sense, so just roll with it. Alright, that's the very risky Icarus jump. It's not that hard, but I just suck at it. Icarus is really good at it, and he gets to name it because he found it. Or I named it for him, and then he started agreeing with the name because he likes it. Icarus is always afraid of these dogs or zombies or whatever the hell they are. But I've never been afraid of them or bothered by them. Alright, 4th kid down. I'm always a little paranoid there because I occasionally just fall into the water. Yeah, 4th kid down, so, you know, we're doing pretty good so far. Anyway, the reason why going fast doesn't actually matter is that this coffin operates on cycles. And once it gets past 4 p.m., it allows us to get to the area we want to go to. It's not 4 p.m. yet, so I just chill over here. Yeah, this is like the donation read-off time, if there ever was one. And there's another one coming up right now. So yeah, so pretty much wait until 4 p.m. Jump in. Alright, this is outer wall. It's not that easy to die here, but it's very easy to lose time. Because this is, once you get past, or once you start outer wall, run time starts mattering a lot more. Alright, this is, ledge grabbing in this game is painfully slow. So I'll try to jump out far over here. That was a mediocre ledge grab, but yeah, this is really slow. So the goal is to jump out as far as possible so that your jump distance takes over some of the ledge grab distance. This is going to be a mediocre wall already because I messed up at the ledge grab. Henry, please. Yeah, but the coffin, there's a new strat that Icarus is working on. You can buy moon cards from a vendor throughout the game. Moon and sun cards, so he'll buy a moon card for one of them, and if he manages to route it out, get back quick enough, he'll be able to go to the next cycle faster. Oh no! That was not very good. Alright, when you die, it's actually very bad in this game. Because, like, yeah, it respawns you from the beginning of the area, but it's not that great. Because, like, normally you would consider that'd be good because, like, you could death warp. However, it doesn't save you getting the kid. I was actually a bit distracted by my roommate there for a sec. That's an excuse I'm going with, not that I'm bad at this game. Alright, so now because of that, I died at the absolute worst time. If I died at the very start of tunnel, I'd be like, whatever. But no, I died here, at tower, or outer wall, which is the ludicrously easy place to survive. Hey look, kid's still there. And I'm an idiot. That's really disappointing. I was on track for a good PB. Alright, now that I'm not going to be an idiot, move on to the next area. This is where we first used our sun card, because we want to go to 6 a.m. Yeah, look how much time we've gone past, otherwise we'd have to wait that time. Anyway, if I can get it to here. Yeah, this is tunnel. Tunnel is the area that me and Icarus have learned to hate the most. Because it's a giant maze, there's, you know, a bunch of ways you can lose time. There's a bunch of outright run enders. But however, there is a bunch of save crystals around, so we are doing a race for Spookathon. That'd be a good way to, you know, make sure that we can fit this into the 20-minute time slot that we have. Yeah, if I can get this under 20 minutes now, I'd say that this was a good run that I salvaged. Because it fits into the time slot that we have. If you get a chance, check out that Spookathon, because that's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, this is the bridge for urns. You gotta do a nice setup that I got there. And, ooh, Christ. Yeah, the idea is that you gotta go through that platform slowly, or that thing slowly, but that's very slow and we don't want to do that, so I just do full YOLO strats, but thankfully those little fires are set up at very nice positions for me. I'm saving a lot because I feel like I should do that for marathon strat. Ah, those bats. Alright, another reason why we hate tunnels is this area. Like, this is the most relaxing part of the game. Nothing goes wrong unless you're an idiot. Like, as long as you hold down crouch and you shoot, you're totally safe. But, you know, it's a huge... This area is very tense. And then we know we have the auto-scroller. So I'm getting off at this platform right here because there are actually two sets of elevators to go around. There's the red elevator 1 and the blue elevator 2. There's also this thing, but that's just there to kill you. I'm taking care of these ghosts because there's a good chance they could just attack you. And the way your when you get damaged in this game works is that you fall backwards quite a bit. So I could fall backwards into the spikes and that'd be a run-ender. However, if you're crouching, it only scoots you back a little bit. That's why I crouch on these elevators in case I miss, you know, shooting one of the dragon reavers under fire, and, or I miss shooting one of the skulls. I've actually had runs end before where I didn't crouch, and it's very disheartening when that happens. Alright. After this is 3 fairly tricky jumps, or 2 fairly tricky jumps in a row. The third one of them is actually quite easy, but it's 3 sections where you can possibly die. We can just get on this elevator. Alright. Normally when you enter this section, the camera just does whatever, but if you go fast enough, by like jumping over the trigger, it doesn't actually register the camera change, so you can actually line up your jumps fairly well. I'm just killing stuff because I got nothing else to do right now. This is the other tricky jump. Yeah, normally a bunch of ghosts spawn here, but if you jump to the side, you actually skip their spawn trigger. And this area becomes so much more tolerable. Now, alright, after that's done, this run is pretty much over. There's nothing left that can kill me, I just gotta jump to the finish line. The reason why the moon card is important to this run is this door. That door only opens if it's nighttime. However, you can use the moon card and advance it to nighttime immediately. So, you know, Henry opens up the door. I get the last kid. Overall, that was a pretty bad run, but I feel like I recovered it fairly well. Yeah, so now that you saved all the kids, Henry goes into a monologue about, like, the evil castle crumbles. You know, Henry is walking out with the 6 kids, and, you know, Dracula will never be resurrected again. Of course, as you all know, this is Castlevania, so how wrong have they been? They've been wrong about that every single time, so... Yeah, he's walking home with the 6 kids. Henry is saying something along the lines of, alright, we gotta get you back to your parents now. And then, you know, like, the morning sun shines brightly on Henry's face. Except that doesn't exist, or that can't happen because, you know, he's wearing a helmet. Yeah, when you rescue most of the kids in this game, they say something along the lines of, "Oh man, I can't wait to grow up to be a soldier like you, thank you so much." Which is kind of funny because Henry actually started his run, or his story, when he was rescued by Cornell a couple years ago. And at the end, Cornell pretty much says something just the same, so I feel like this is a vicious cycle. I feel like Cornell is actually Kobe. Is it Coney? That child warlord in Africa. Alright, from now on it's just credits. If Spookathon is actually going on, I feel like they would cut out this part because this doesn't actually matter. Yeah, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube so that people can listen to the commentary on this run, because they don't actually have a run on YouTube for this game.